Okay, it's working. Our mouths
Okay.
are moving.
Yeah.
We had to test it.
We were frozen before.
I've been frozen many times.
Good morning and welcome to this week's Licata Live. Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year, Mary.
Happy New Year, John.
I'm with my favorite Licata Group real estate advisor and COO. My favorite COO, who happens to live
Thanks,
in
John.
Culpeper too.
Yes.
Mary typically doesn't like doing Licata Live with me because I have no agenda. I sort of go by the seat of my pants.
Yeah.
And you're really a seat of the pants type person, aren't you?
Not at all.
You like this
Not even a little
organization,
bit.
don't
No.
you?
No, I don't.
This is very stressful.
No,
You're
I'm
starting to
fine.
turn colors already?
Nope. I'm good.
Well, we know you're good. But Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2023.
Yes. Hopefully it'll be a great year.
There's
Better than
there's no
2022.
there's no hoping.
We'll make it a great year.
It will be a great year. I know it's going to be a great year because I have you as our COO
Thank you,
and real
John.
estate
It's very
advisor.
nice. Do you have any New Year's resolutions you want to share?
I'm trying to do. I do have a new year, and I've started. I'm doing a 66-day push-up challenge,
Okay,
and I haven't told anybody
cool. Well,
because
what do
I'm
you?
kind of humble. I don't tell people about stuff like that. I just
Okay.
sort of do it.
Yeah. Well, what's that? So you're doing how many push-ups a
I
day?
want to get to 100.
Okay,
Be able to do 100.
good. And how many can you do now?
Right now, I'm up to 65.
Wow, that's great, John. And you're
What?
only on the third day.
No. I actually started it before when I got my planner. It had a 66-day challenge. So when I got my planner, I started the 66-day challenge with the understanding it would go into early February.
Okay, so how many could you do when you started?
Believe it, well, I probably could have done more, but I really started at 25.
Wow, well, so you've already improved that much.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's all about repetitions.
Yep.
Sort of like being in real estate. You got to do things repeatedly to get better. I
Yep.
think I've a proven repeatable process.
Mhm.
It's just doing it. Don't we have a proven repeatable process?
We do. We do.
Proven repeatable
Yep.
system.
Well, I think the important thing too is that, your goal is 100, you started at 25, and now you're already at 65. So it's just about, beating yourself, not being
That's
better
right.
than anyone
That's
else,
right.
just doing better than you could do before. So I
I
think,
remember when I
think
used to
that's
be
great.
able to do 100 straight. But you get a little older, you get a little chubbier. That's
Yeah.
I sort of resemble that now. But I'm working on it.
Well, good.
I'm working
I'm
on
sure
it.
you can hit your goal of 100.
I will.
We'll keep you posted on that.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. You can do that. You can do that. I will succeed. That's my plan. And then of course we have some real estate goals and
Yep.
some team goals. We've worked hard about that. But the thing about being in business is every year January 1st it's a new start.
Right.
Everything starts over. Yesterday really doesn't matter. Now it does matter because in real estate the things you do yesterday affect what's going to go on tomorrow.
Right. But it's a new start, and it's a great chance to just kind of reevaluate or reflect on the previous year, and reevaluate what went well, what didn't go well, and what you want to do differently. I'm not really a New Year's resolution kind of person. There's a couple different things that I'm always trying to work on. I don't think that there's any real significance with starting it in the new year. I think you should start when
Well, I
there's
know
different
you're
things.
a planner and I
Right.
know you're a
Right.
reader.
And
What are you reading right now?
right now, nothing really. I haven't.
Well, you're making me look bad. I just said I know you're
No,
a
I
reader.
am. I
and
read a
you tell me
lot.
you're not reading.
No, I read a lot. Right now, I'm not reading anything special. I have a list of books that I want to read this year. Um, I'm not sure what I'm going to start with though. I'm an overthinker, as you know, and I know that drives you
I
crazy.
try to help you underthink,
Uh,
Mary. I think I've It's tough with
So,
you.
yeah, I haven't decided what I'm gonna start with for the year, but, so I'm not big on New Year's resolutions, but I do really like to plan for the upcoming year, and also, um, and of course we have goals, so more, goals than resolutions, I think. Um, I feel like with New Year's resolutions, a lot of people start doing something and then, it's really easy to just go really strong in the beginning and then fall off from it. So, um, I like to plan out the year with goals rather than set New Year's resolutions.
Well, one of the many things I actually respect and love about you is your commitment to the plan and your staying focused, and someone like me who drives on the side of the road a lot, you help me stay in the middle of the road to keep that focus. And that's one of the beauties of having you on the team. It's one of the reasons you're a successful real estate advisor for your clients, because you have that talent, and you help them too.
Thank you, John.
Well,
Very nice.
so what about the real estate market? Um what's today like? And when I
Yeah.
say today, I mean the last few weeks and the next. You've been doing
Right.
this a while now, Mary. You're a
Yeah.
seasoned veteran.
Yeah, I don't really like to make, predictions, but I can tell you, what I'm seeing right now in real estate, the market and just the challenges that people face are changing all the time. So right now, the challenges that I'm seeing, obviously the interest rates have been a huge driver of the market and a challenge for a lot of people who are looking to buy, especially people who are, more entry level buyers, first time home buyers. It's really tough because the interest rates are so much higher and the prices are still inflated. So they have started to stabilize, and most of the, economic reports that we look at think that they're going to maybe not drop, dramatically, but kind of lower a little bit this year and balance out. Um, but it's still such low inventory that that's really been a challenge for a lot of people, at least that I'm working, like for example, here in Lake of the Woods, there are only 31 homes for sale. I mean, that is still extremely low. Now they're not moving as quickly as they were, a year ago in that crazy market where everything was selling so quickly and you had competing offers and everything. But it's still, it's there, people don't have so much to choose from just because there aren't so many homes available. We do have, buyers who are out there looking. They're just not finding anything that they like because they don't have enough to choose from. So in that sense, it's a good time to list, because the buyers that are out at this time of year tend to be more serious buyers. In the spring you have more buyers out, but they're more just kind of getting there. Some of them just getting their feet wet, or just just more curious, what more looky-loos as we call them. But the buyers that we have now, who are looking in December and January, they really are more motivated and ready to buy. So they're just not finding anything they like, is what I found. There's not enough to choose from. We need more inventory. That's been true for a while now. So that's what I've been seeing with buyers. On the seller side, I think right now it's really important, much more so than it was during the 2001 and early 2002 market, to make sure that your house is really, really looking its best. You could get away with more when the market was more competitive.
Not now,
Not now. Because things aren't moving as quickly, and buyers who have seen a lot of different homes and are comparing, they know, that something's been on the market for a while. If they start adding up the cost of fixing things or fixing things up, and they don't want to pay full price for something that's not in tip top shape. So I think it's really important for sellers right now to make sure your house is really looking the best you can possibly get it.
So inventory is low across the entire region, Northern Virginia, DC suburbs, certainly Orange County, Spotsy, Fredericksburg,
Yep.
Culpeper. Inventory has increased, so it's not as much that it's increased. It's days on market,
Right.
and here's a number: 30 days. So it's not atypical to have a house on the market for 30 days. I think that's the new normal.
Yeah.
That's actually very good historically,
Yeah.
but the new normal. And so homes are on a little longer, so it makes it look like there's a little bit more inventory, and there is. There's 30 some homes in Lake of the Woods, and there, but it's still woefully low compared history.
Right.
The other thing I'll mention, and I'm not going to predict, but everything I'm reading and hearing right now, besides the 30 days, is 4%. Prices adjusting by about 4%. We're not going to have a lot of foreclosures. There's not going to be a lot of fire sales, but things that might have sold last year for X, this year will sell for Y, but that Y is still going to be advantage to the advantage of the homeowner.
Yeah. Well, let me use an example of the difference between, a year ago and now. You'd have a house that say was listed at $400,000, right? But there would be multiple offers on that house. And so it would end up selling above the list price at say, $425. People are competing, getting into that, auction mentality, driving up the price. And, now that same house, maybe they still, so sellers see that, a house just like theirs.
And we had 3.5%, 3.25% interest rates.
The house right down the street that looks exactly like theirs, same square footage, even that house their house might be a little nicer than that house, and they know that, and they say, well, this house sold for $425. But now, you don't have multiple offers like that as often, or at least it's, the exception, not the rule. And so if they're listing it at that inflated price, then it sits on the market for a while. And we've actually seen, and I don't know the exact number, but I would say probably half of the houses, of those 31 houses that are on the market in Lake the Woods, have had price reductions. So instead of getting above the asking price, you actually have to start reducing the price because it hasn't sold. So that's kind of what we think of as chasing the market. You want to list the house at the price that you actually think it's going to sell, which is now below asking price, not above. For the first time, we don't have December's statistics yet, but
next week after.
Yeah, but in November, for the first time, we actually saw the average list
Sale
to
to
sell.
list.
You're right. So it was actually below 100%. It had been
For the first time
for
in many
probably 18
moons.
months, or 2 years maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it was actually below, meaning that the houses are selling for below the asking price. I believe it was like 98% as opposed to over 100. So, people are actually offering a little bit less or getting closing costs paid, or, which is, I would say, back to more of a normal market. So
it is a challenging time. It is a changing time. And the role of us here at Licata Group and the goal of Licata Live is to keep you in tune with the market, to have a little bit of fun and poke fun at each other. I usually am the butt of the jokes here in the Licata Group, but also to give some good information along the way.
Yeah, yep. Anything coming up? Any events or anything? I mean, this time of year we don't
Save
have
the
too
date.
much.
We will be having, we do a lot of events, but we will be having a large regional community event, our Shred Day, which will get the help of the local fire and rescue. It will be after tax season. I think it's the 29th or whatever that Saturday is in the end of April.
I think it's actually this year, I want to say April 22nd.
Okay,
I think it
we'll
coincides with-
finalize that
Yeah.
for you but it's gonna happen. Last year, I think we had 273 cars come in and drop, and we had the shred truck. Our shred truck got full. We shred right on site. So that is gonna be occurring. That's for anyone in the community. We do ask for a donation to fire and rescue, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do. You'll be odd if you don't do that, but because for the most part, people are generous with that, but,
Sure.
by and large, that's, you know, something that everyone could, make use of.
Definitely.
Okay? Anyway, that's it for Licata Live. It was a little bit livelier or longer, not livelier, but longer. And we wish everyone a happy new year and hope to see everyone and anyone in 2023.
Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
What was all the noise that I heard coming from here, you know?
I don't know.
Was anyone asking